Hey everyone, it's Jameson, and welcome back to another video. Probably gonna leave this uncut because I just kind of want to have my uncut thoughts all laid out for the video. But I do have some pointers here, some notes I've taken down because I can't get everything remembered. And if I wanted to make a video, like just going off the top of my head, I would not get in half of what I wanted to get in. So this is honestly I've already filmed this video once also, but I was out of focus, so we're doing it again. So um, this is really just like a sum up of the year, and I'm gonna kind of just I'll wing this, but I do have a few things to reference to, um, because I've had like some really great experiences this year, right? Um, I've definitely had days where I would go back and totally do it again if I could. I've had some amazing experiences, and then like obviously on the contrary, we all have fairly bad days, um, and on it like right now, I think if I look at my life in general, I would just say like it's fine. It's nothing super spectacular. I'm not doing anything big, but I mean it doesn't suck, right? It's just I definitely feel like I need to make a change. I mean that's what this whole channel is sort of made to do, is sort of document the journey of going from where I am right now to whatever the destination ends up being, which I don't really know yet. Um, I like to be happy, so there's that, and just like live a life of adventure. The whole point of the channel is to inspire others and push others to become the best version of themselves, and do that through like filmmaking and fitness and whatnot, self improvement, which is what my first video. Hopefully, I put out the video before this one, but that's what my first video is about. But I'm just gonna refer to these notes here. I want to make sure I at least hit some of this stuff. But like I generally right now, I definitely want to I want to leave my job. I don't like it. I'm not very happy. Like there used to be a time where I mean the Steve Jobs quote of something like, look in the mirror every day and ask yourself, if this is the last day that you were alive, would you do what you're about to do today? I'm kind of surprised that there was a time where if I where I would ask myself that question, I'd be like, even on a work day, I'd be like, yeah, like I'll do this. Like if this is my last day that I'm alive, I'll do this because I just genuinely enjoyed it so much, and the people around me and stuff. But starting to get old, kind of want to move on from it. Try something new. Um, I'm just at this point in my life where I'm out of high school for 6 months now, and it feels like I kind of need to have everything figured out, which I obviously don't. I'm sure there are people who are in this position like 10 years down the road, and that's when like you probably should be a bit more concerned. But for me, I'm sort of glad I'm in this position so early on. But yeah, I don't know. Everywhere I look, like around me, I just feel like I'm surrounded by mediocrity, um, and people that are very content with being where they are. And I think generally, like, we should always just strive for more, right? I mean, that's sort of what I want this document, like this, like, I'd like to make this sort of yearly video, just like kind of a sum up of the year and how I'm feeling. But I'd like it to go from where I'm at right now, which is like, I'm generally a pretty happy person, but it feels like there's like a reset switch. Like every single day I wake up and I'm just like, geez, I just don't like this. And then, like, at some point in the day, it goes and I'm happy and it stays that way. But then the next day it resets. Um, and sort of back to square one. So this series, like these sum ups, by the year, I kind of wanted to go from where I am right now to a point where I'm consistently happy, and I can say that I'm consistently happy all the way up to the point where I could stop because I'm content with my life and where I am. I could stop, but I choose to pursue, and like keep going and keep pushing further. Right. I don't generally. I think it's so easy to say, but it's really difficult to actually comprehend interpret on a deep level, but like you got to remember that you only have this one life, right? Like you have one life, which is one big opportunity to just do whatever it is that you want, and you really can't afford to like live the life of somebody else, right? Or not do what you love. Um, and of course, there's always gonna be different conditions placed upon people. I think I'm pretty fortunate. I'm in a good position. Like I have four walls and a roof over my head. Like I get food every day. I make my food every day. Um, I can take some pride in saying that like I did get all of the stuff myself for filmmaking to pursue that. Um, but like there are definitely gonna be people who are in far worse positions than me, and who have a bigger mountain to climb. But like you got to demand what's best for yourself, right? So I think there's gonna be a long pause here while I kind of just think about whatever's next, what I'm gonna say next. Oh yeah, but I mean being part of Gen Z and young people in general, I think this is something that's like a huge problem as we're sort of brought up is we're all about like instant gratification, right? And it's very difficult for us to sit down and like Alex Hormozy, one of my favorite things that he's ever said is like like great people or some of the greatest people are people who have done ordinary things for an extraordinary period of time, which is so true. I mean, there's nothing inherently crazy about like just like if you look at Amazon, it's just a company that sells stuff. I mean, Jeff Bezos is kind of a freak of nature in business, though. Like he got his first idea rolling and never stopped. But honestly, all you got to do is just take something fairly simple and see if you can do it better than somebody else, or just do it for a long period of time. If you're not good at something after 10 years, then that is uh, that is kind of surprising, and you probably should change something or do something new. But yeah, I mean, being part of Gen Z, all we know is instant gratification. So I think asking somebody to sit down and commit to something for a super long period of time, it's a big ask, right? I shouldn't say just Gen Z; it's like young people in general. So it's a fairly big problem. People just jump around because something doesn't work for 2 months, and and they just go from thing to thing. If it doesn't work within a short period of time, they move on to something new. I think honestly, like the long term gratification things, though, like those become the pillars of your life eventually. Like I remember what it used to be like. Excuse me. I remember what it was like when I was like 6'2", 155 pounds my junior year of high school, or like all the way up until my junior year of high school. My freshman and sophomore year, I tried to put on weight and lift, and it just it did not go well. Like I didn't really know what I was doing, and then my junior year, I was like, this is gonna happen. I'm making it happen. And now, as of this morning, I'm like 6'2", 191 pounds, and now it's like those long term gratification things that sort of become the pillar of your life. Because like without running or lifting, I definitely wouldn't like if I had to go without those things for like a week or just exercise in general. I think I would I'd lose my mind a little bit. It would be really difficult for me to get through the day because it's like those are the things that bring me energy, which sort of seems counterintuitive, right? But like I want to get into freelance filmmaking and stuff and work for myself, and it takes a lot of discipline to get. And this is I can understand like why it's so easy for people to kind of be content and just like stay where they are. Like I hate 9 to 5 jobs, which is what I work right now. But I'm doing it to I'm working a 9 to 5 to get out of a 9 to 5 essentially. Um, but it's yeah. I mean, I'm sort of losing my train of thought now. But I want to work for myself, and it takes a lot of discipline to get up every day and um, and say like this could be a day I take off, but I'm gonna go out and do this because, long term I know it's what's best for me, right? Um, Whereas with a 9 to 5, it's like you have to be there, right? You gotta go. You gotta go do something, and you sort of know what to expect every day, which is why it's so easy for people to just stay there because they're comfortable, right? And like as much it is nice to be comfortable, like you gotta push outside your limits, right? And you gotta grow. I know, especially with something like self-employment, with like freelance, with filmmaking and stuff. Like there are gonna be times where I'm probably scared. I'm probably scared shitless because like it might be hard to find work or something like that. But it's all part of the gig, I suppose. But I mean, I don't know. People might like 9 to 5s and climbing the corporate ladder and stuff. For me, that's just not what it's about. Like having predictability and knowing exactly what to expect in my life, especially when it's like 10 years down the road, is not something that sounds super appealing to me. You could do like a 9 to 5 and work in an office for 30, 40, 50 years. That just doesn't sound very enticing, in my opinion. And you might feel differently, and that's okay. It's like, do what you feel is best for you. But yeah. So I'm at this point in my life where I feel like I really need to make a change. And I'm partially glad that I'm in this position so early on because, you know, I think fear is a good like driving factor, but it shouldn't be the driving factor because it really should be like I'm doing this because I love it, not because I'm scared of what will happen if I don't do it. But that's what this whole channel is supposed to generally be, is just like documentation of me going from like where I am now to the point of just like being relentless and pursuing what I love and just learning, growing as a person, having new experiences, going new places and stuff like that. So, if this is the only video you ever see from me, I just hope that you can take something away. Like, you only have one life, so make sure you do something with it. I mean, I have so many people around me who definitely have ambitions, and I might not agree with, the way they're approaching their ambitions. Like, I don't know. I'm not in college, and I don't like college. Just the thought of, you're in school for, you know, 4 years, and then after that you spend time paying it off. It's like that could be 5 to 6 years of your life, or even longer, that you're committing financially and obviously a lot of time to one thing, and it's just that doesn't really sound super appealing to me. So, but it's important to respect other people's ambitions, and there have been times where I've lost sight of that, but I feel like generally I come around and I realize my wrongdoings and whatnot. But yeah, so I think I'll end it here because otherwise I'm just going to keep rambling and going on in circles and saying things I've already said. So hopefully that people do stick around and sort of keep seeing what the channel's about. um, I should have one other video coming out before Christmas, so that should be something to look forward to, I hope. But if this is the last video that I put out before the holidays, happy holidays. um, So thank you for watching to this point in the video if you've made it, but I do really appreciate it, genuinely. Um, and feel free to comment video ideas. Again, like I'm into fitness, filmmaking, and self-improvement. So if you have anything that you think I should try, I'm looking to, I'm kind of looking for any video ideas, and I'm always coming up with stuff of my own, but if there's something that people want to see, then I'd definitely be interested in that. So I'll end it here. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it again. So happy holidays if this is the last one, and I hope I nailed the focus this time. So, but I'll cut it here. So have a beautiful day, everyone.